Hey, Mathen, it's Mr. Lum, and we're going to be continuing our finance unit, and we're going to be talking about federal income tax. We're going to be talking a little bit about provincial income tax, but we're not going to be doing any calculations today on provincial income tax. We're just going to be looking at and doing the calculation for federal income tax. So first off, what is federal income tax? Well, it is money that is taken from your gross earnings that goes to since it's federal, it goes to the federal government. Okay. Now, provincial income tax is the same thing. It is money that is taken, or we could also say deducted. Deducted from your gross earnings that goes to instead of federal, it goes to the provincial government. Okay. Now, federal money that goes to the federal government that's taken from your federal income tax or taken from your gross earnings as federal income tax. That goes to like federally funded things. So things that are federally funded, like our armed forces, so our military, our Navy, and all of that kind of stuff. That money, that federal income tax, goes to paying for those things and to paying for the wages of the people that are in our armed forces. They go to pay for all the politicians that work for the federal government. So they go paying for our prime minister, our governor general, and all that kind of stuff. So it's paid for those wages. Some of it goes towards our RCMP to help take care of us and protect us. Now, RCMP is paid for through our federal government. They're also paid for in part by our municipalities, so our municipal government as well. So they get their money in a couple of different places. And provincial, our provincial government or provincial income tax goes towards paying for our provincial government. So some of our premiers, our provincial health officer, our those kinds of government positions. And it goes towards our healthcare system, because that's provincially funded. It goes towards our education system, and Now, for like our roads and things, that some of it is taken from our federal government, and some of it's from our provincial government, and some of it's municipal, which means like your towns or your cities. So that money is to go towards all that income tax is going towards funding and paying for all those different services that we rely on. So today we're going to be looking at how is federal tax calculated. Now, so here is, I've taken a screenshot from our government website, and this is what it says. It says on the first $47,630, 15% of that is taken for your for federal taxes, and then it kind of goes up for there on the next amount of money and that kind of stuff. Now, so we're going to take a look at how to calculate how much taxes you have to pay. So hopefully you've downloaded this sheet and you can look at it. So we're going to take a look at this example right here, and I'm going to keep this cheat sheet up here, just kind of readily available so that we can, so that we can kind of refer to it. Because I would never expect you to memorize these numbers. These numbers will be given to you. And yeah. Okay. So it says, how much federal tax does a person who makes $50,000 a year have to pay? Okay, so on the first $47,630 that they earn, they're paying 15% tax. So what that means is that on the first $47,630 that they earned, they need to pay taxes of 15% of that. So again, convert that into a decimal form by dividing by 100. So 15 divided by 100 is 0.15. And that's going to equal a number. Now, this is their earnings, that 47, that's how much they earned. This is their tax rate. And this is going to be their taxes paid. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to type in 47,630. And I got this 47,630 from this thing right here. So 47,630 times 0.15 equals, and I get $7,144.50. Okay. So this is the taxes they have to pay on that $47,630 that they earned. Now, they earned more than $47,000. Okay, they earned $50,000. So, so what I'm going to do right now is it says here on the next $47,000, they have to pay more taxes. They have to pay at a rate of 20.5%. Now, they didn't earn another 47,000 on top of this 47,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, they earned 50,000, and I'm going to minus 47,630. And so I do that in my calculator. So 50,000 minus 47,630. And I get, so they earned 2,370 more dollars than this. So if I added these two numbers up, this will equal $50,000. So this number right here is total. Sorry, let me just go down. This number right here is total earnings. And this is the second tax bracket that they pay right here. And that second tax bracket says it's paid at a rate of 20.5%. So I'm going to write times, again, divide by 100, so 0.205. And so I'm going to type 2,370. I'm not typing in 50,000. I'm typing in the remainder. We've already paid taxes on this 47,000. We need to pay taxes on the rest of the money that we earned, that $2,370. So we're going to times that by 0.205. So I multiply that out, times by 0.205 equals, and that's $485.85. Now, this amount of tax is on the first $47,000. This amount of tax is on that last $2,370. So to find the total amount of tax, I'm going to add these two numbers up. And so I'm going to add those numbers up. 7144.5 plus 485.85. And I get 7,630.35. Okay. So this is the total federal taxes. So this person who made 47,630 has to pay $7,630.35 on taxes. So essentially, of the $50,000 that this person made, so this person made $50,000, they're going to be deducted 7,630. So they're going to have like roughly, $42,000 that they're going to be taking home. Now, that's actually not what they're going to be taking home, because then they still have to pay for their provincial taxes. Then they also have to pay for their CPP. Then they have to pay for their EI. And then if they are part of a union, or they pay health, extended health, or they pay something else, all of those things are going to be deducted. Okay. And that's the way it goes. If you make $50,000, you don't get to keep nearly $50,000. Okay. So we're going to take another look at how to do this. So I'm going to kind of scroll back and up here. So again, this person right here earns $100,000. So the first $47,630. Okay. Remember, I'm getting that from right here. The first $47,630, they have to pay 15%. Divide by 100, 0.15. Okay. Now, on the next $47,629, it's not quite the same, $47,629. So on the next $47,629, they have to pay more, 0.205%. Now, last time I only wrote 2,370, and this time I wrote down that full amount of that next bracket right here. And the reason why is because I can see that if I added these two numbers up, it will not equal the total amount. So I'm just going to add these two numbers up to kind of see. So just to add these two numbers up, I'm going to go 47,630 plus 47,629 equals. Now, when I add these two numbers up, I'm at $95,259. I am not at $100,000 yet. I'm close, but I'm not quite there yet. So for the last tax bracket, I'm going to find out how much more they need to go. So I'm going to go 100,000 minus 95,259. Okay. And so for that last tax bracket, it's $4,741. Now, if I added these three numbers up, so this one, and this one, that'll equal $100,000. Now, this third tax bracket, going back up here, that third tax bracket can go up to $52,000. We didn't make that much money. So in this third tax bracket, we had 4,741. And that third tax bracket has to be paid at 26%. So 26%. Okay. So again, the first tax bracket can be a maximum of 47,630. The second tax bracket is 47,629, and the third can be a maximum of $52,408. But we didn't make that much, so we were only $4,741 in that next bracket right there, and these three numbers add up to 100,000. Okay. Now, why are these numbers so odd and like 629 and 7 and all these kind of things? Like, why did they choose these numbers? I don't know. They debate in, you know, in the government so much, and they finally settle on these numbers. And yeah, but that's the numbers they decided on, and that's the numbers we have to live by. So if I'm going to calculate these things out, so I'm going to go 47,630 times 0.15 equals, and we get the same number as last time, $7,144.50. And then we're going to do the same thing for this next one, 47,629 times 0.205 equals, and this one is $9,763.94.5. I'm just going to go 95 cents. For this last one, we didn't make very much money in the third tax bracket, so it's $4,741 times 0.26, or 26%, and that's going to be $1,232.66. So now this is the taxes on the first bracket, this is the taxes on the second bracket, and this is the taxes on the third bracket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of these up to find out the total federal taxes that we pay. So I add these up, so plus 9763.95 plus 7144.5, and then we find out their total amount that we have to pay. So $18,141.11. So how much taxes do we have to pay? $18,141.11. Okay. So again, if you have a job that is $100,000, you're going to be paying just over $18,000 in federal taxes. And then you'll have to pay for your provincial tax, which will be kind of somewhat similar. And then you'll have to pay for your CPP, which we learned how to calculate before. And you'll have to also pay for your EI and anything else that you may have. Okay, now the federal government has said that has made a little bit of a cheat sheet for us to use. And so I have the cheat sheet down here below. The provincial government has not provided that cheat sheet, but the federal government has. So next time when we calculate provincial taxes, we'll have to do it the way we did in this example right here. But the federal government has provided this little mini cheat sheet for us. And so if they have given it to us, I think it's fair for us to use for our calculation. But we'll learn how to use it. Okay, so here's the cheat sheet right here. It gives us this equation, and I'm going to kind of show you how to use this equation right here. And this is, again, taken straight from our Revenue Canada website. And so this is, you have to kind of read the fine print right here. If your taxable income, in other words, if you made this much money or less, then use this cheat sheet. If you made between $47,630 and $95,259, then you should use this cheat sheet. And if you made in between these two amounts of money, you should use this cheat sheet. And if you made between this amount of money and this amount of money, use this cheat sheet. And if you made more than this amount of money, you should use this cheat sheet right here. Okay. So these are all the different kind of, these are your cheat sheets, I guess. And so we're going to use that for this one right here. So how much federal income tax do you need to pay if you earned $150,000? So $150,000. Now, That means we made between 147 and 210. Okay, so enter your taxable income from line 260 of your return. So that just means how much money did you make? Okay, so this means for your your T4 and all that kind of tax stuff, but we're going to ignore that, and that just means how much money did you make. So we're going to write down $150,000. Okay, oops, big mistake. I wrote $15,000. And we should be writing $150,000. So it says enter your taxable income from there and base amount there. And then it says, gives you instructions. Here's line 1 and here's line 2. It says that for you. Line 1 minus line 2. And remember, it says this number cannot be negative. So we're going to go 150,000 minus 147,667. And we get $2,333. Okay. Now we need to. It says the federal tax rate is this number, 29%. And what we're going to do is multiply the amount on line 3 and line 4. Now, it does mean when it says 29, do not multiply this number by 29. So you need to convert this number into decimal form. So you're going to go 2,333 times, again, 29% is 0.29. So we're going to go times by 0.29. So I multiplied them together. And so it says multiply the amounts of line 3 and line 4. So I did that. So when I got $676.57. Okay. And then tax amount from line 2 is that. And then it just gives you the instructions and it says adds line 5 and 6. So here's 5 and 6. So I'm going to go take that number and go plus $30,535. Okay. And then we get this number right here, $31,211.57. Okay. So that is how much taxes we pay. So I'm going to go all the way back down to here, and I'm just going to write that number down, $31,211.57. Okay. Now, slightly tougher question. How much federal income tax do you pay if you make $7,000 a month? So these cheat sheets don't only work for yearly income. So for if you get monthly income right here, then what you need to do is turn it into yearly income. So you have $7,000 a month times your 12 months. And so you're going 7 times 12. And so in other words, you're making $84,000. So our income is $84,000. Now, I'm going to use the cheat sheet again. So I'm going to go $84,000, and we cannot use this cheat sheet. So we're going to go up. We cannot use this cheat sheet. So 84,000 is in between this number and this number right here. Okay. So since it's between these two numbers, we're going to write this in, enter your taxable income. So it's $84,000 minus 47,000. Okay. So I'm going to go minus 47,630 equals, and I get 36,370 times by 20.5. Remember, so I have to go times by 0.205. equals, and I get the number $7,455.85. And then I need to add 7,145. So I need to go plus 7,145. And I get 14,685. Okay. So 14,685. So we're going to go back down here. So how much tax do they pay? Well, 14,685. Okay, so that's how much they paid. Now, we learned how to do this two different ways. This, we use the cheat sheet, which you can use on your quizzes and tests, okay? And we also did it the manual way of calculating all those different numbers. So just to give you a comparison, because these numbers aren't perfectly the same, so we're going to calculate the other way as well. So I'm going to, instead of using the cheat sheet, I'm going to use this method right here. So on the first 47,630, it's at 15%. So 47,630. So we're going to go back down, and we're going to go 47,630. You have to pay 0.15%. Okay. Now, this number is not 84,000, so we need to make up the difference. So we're going to go 84,000 minus 47,630 equals, and we get 36,370, and it's going to be times by 0.205. And how did I get this 205? Well, if I go back up here, it says right there, you're taxed on the next amount of money at 20.5%. Now, these two numbers add up to 84,000. So that's perfect. That means we are doing our job correct. And then we're going to multiply these numbers together. So first, 47,630 times 0.15 equals, we get 7,144.50. And then we have 36,370 times 0.205 equals, we get $7,455.85. And then we're going to add these two numbers up, so plus them together. So plus 7,144.50 equals, and we get 14,635 cents. So this number is almost the same as this number, okay? And the reason why is that the cheat sheet rounds it 50 cents up, okay? And then our calculations keep it at this number right here. So it's fine if you're like off by 50 cents. The cheat sheet does round it 50 cents up. Compared to the actual calculations, what gives this number right here, which is a little bit more accurate. But either answer is completely acceptable. Okay. So now that you kind of understand that, what I would like you to do with these other ones right here is take all of these questions right here and make sure before you use the cheat sheet, before you calculate their federal taxes, you are going to need to change these to how much did they earn per year. So for the example, this question right here says you are paid semi-monthly. Okay, so that means they make $3,100 in on the 15th and the 31st of the month. So in other words, every month they'll make $6,200. And then you need to figure out how much money do they make in a year, and then figure out how much federal tax they pay. And so the same thing for this one, bi-weekly, they make $3,200. Or in other words, if you know there's 26 payments for bi-weekly, you can just times that number by 26 and you can get the year. And all of these, you'll have to calculate how much money do they make in a year, and then you can calculate their federal taxes. If you have a hard time with this, if you don't understand it, please message me through Microsoft Teams and we can go over some of this and I can help you with it. But feel free to use either the more traditional method or use the cheat sheet. Have that on hand. I'll put out a copy of these notes, of course, and you can work from there. Okay.